Hey everyone, John Runner 88 here, and I think we're gonna have a little conversation. How about some ghostly gossip? Some phantom fun. How about that? Yeah, so who out there is backing the Haslab? Because I will be soon. I know there's a lot of other channels and pages, they're like back it as soon as you can, and that's well and good for some people, but other people, like, I feel more comfortable with having the extra funds first. I have been uh, selling off some other toys and whatnot from other properties and things like that. Got a whole bunch of Transformers here. I've been sifting through those. I'm not getting rid of everything because, there's some sentimental value with some stuff, but definitely selling off a good amount of things so that I can have something rather large to put next to this somewhere in my house. Still don't know where the ghost will go, but it is fully backed now, so that's awesome. And I don't have to worry about a chopper because I already got a chopper. This is the Disney Parks like color changing chopper. You can see the bottom of him is a little darker. When he's nice and warmed up, he looks more like Chopper, and when he gets cold, he's got his like imperial disguise. So definitely a nice little figure. You can pop little hands off and stuff, and that's all I need. He'll look fantastic next to the group. He's definitely got more of like a realistic vibe than animation. So I'm good with Chopper. Don't really need to worry about that too much. And I got this Phantom here. It will not fit inside the Ghost, the one that they're coming out with. But that's fine. I'm sure some people have this. I found this at Savers actually. It was like $5 maybe. And the only thing it's really missing is the little Top Gun up there. But I mean, I could plug anything up there probably, and it'll look fine. But I don't even worry about it. But I mean, the wings are all there. I was surprised that those weren't busted off, and even the cockpit canopy here, this being attached it was awesome. And most of the stickers are on it too, I'm pretty sure. But even this, like, a lot of people are just like talking about how the, they're kind of like upset, like, oh, this isn't gonna like fit in the with the ghost or whatever. Are you making a new one? It's whatever. I mean, even this is undersized. Like, you're supposed to be able to fit like you can put somebody in the cockpit, and then there's, let's see, you can open this up and you can put like one or two people in here. But if you look at like the material from the show and like some of the kind of like close-up images of the Phantom, like this is supposed to be like a whole like back section, and like this little like spot down here is supposed to be like a doorway or like an opening like that they can go through. And I mean, even there, it's like a hatch that can open up and they can actually go through it. So even like something like this, it's very underscaled, and like even the ghost itself that we will be getting, it's that's even too small. And like I don't care about like the scaling that way. I think it looks perfect for the most part. I'd say my one issue with the ghost is actually the kind of like the storage area or like the cargo doors that they have. I think those could have been a little bit bigger, at least big enough to fit an average sized figure like standing in it. Because I think it's a little strange that they have like the ladder going from the cockpit of the ghost like down into that area, and you can't even like really fit. I'm sure in the back part of it you could probably stand a figure up, but the doors are just a little too small. That's my real main gripe, I think, with the whole thing. But other than that, it's a fantastic looking ship. Oh, and also, I wish the Ghost had doors at the back of the cockpit. I think that would have been kind of cool. Even just something that you could like slide off to the sides or something like that. They could have probably done a nice little mechanism in between the wall. But it is what it is. I mean, we can always probably 3D print doors to just stick in there if we need to, because there's a lot of material in the shows and stuff that the doors are just closed behind them. They're all in the cockpit or something. And there's just the doors are closed in the back. I think that would have been kind of cool to kind of close up the area, especially if you're doing like photographs. Like, I can look over here and I can see a little door over there. I can look over here, and ways to just keep the illusion and not break the immersion of the overall feel of the ship and stuff. Just for like what I do, I take pictures and stuff here and there. I do these videos, and I think it'd been cool to have like some pictures in the cockpit without like seeing through like the whole ship. But other than that, I think the Haslab is fantastic. I think it looks great. It is massive. They did show that it can like you can take like a bunch of pieces off of it, like the engines I think all come off, at least the two biggest ones, and like the sides are going to be able to come off. It would have been kind of cool if they did a little something with the sides, like if you could open up some panels on like the big kind of, I don't even know what you describe them, but like the big like chunky parts on the side. It would have been cool if there were like panels that you could take off and maybe like store things like underneath. That would have been kind of interesting. Make it almost like a play set and like a storage vehicle. Just for fun, we get a lot of accessories. Look, there's accessories there. If I take those off a chopper, I don't want to lose them. I can put them inside the Ghost. And it would have maybe like lightened it up a little bit, because I'm sure it's going to be pretty hefty when we get it in hand. But I think the price is really good on it. A lot of people were projecting that it was going to be like 600, so definitely seeing like overall like it's almost 600 when you like factor in the taxes and shipping and stuff. But I think it was a nice surprise having it being 500, just being like $100 more than when they released the Millennium Falcon again. Like, that's pretty impressive, I think. And maybe bumping it up to 8,000 backers, because the Razor Crest, I believe, was 6,000. And, a lot of people are like, oh, it's tracking behind the Razor Crest. It didn't fund yet, or whatever. I mean, it's funded now, but it needs more backers, and it's more expensive. So, obviously, it's not going to track exactly the same. But it's impressive the way it's going. It's slow moving right now, but I think it's still getting like a few hundred backers a day. Once you start unlocking figures, people are going to really start being enticed by it. And once Ahsoka comes out and we see the Ghost just flying and doing crazy stuff in live action, I think people are going to fall in love with it. And yeah, I think that's going to about do it on this. Are you backing the Ghost? Let me know. Drop a comment or even just a like it if you're getting the Ghost. And what do you have any hang-ups about the Ghost? Are you upset that you haven't gotten yourself a chopper somehow? They'll release another one, especially the Disney parks. They'll probably put out a chopper on a card. Probably, I don't know, sometime. Why not? Why wouldn't they? Just to go along with like the new media and whatnot. But yeah, once that show drops and everybody sees the Ghost in live action, they're gonna be like, wow, that's pretty sweet. I didn't watch the cartoon because the cartoon's stupid, but this looks pretty sweet in live action. And it will be awesome to see how high this crowdfunding goes, how many backers get involved. Yeah, I think that'll about do it. Just a little conversation / little diorama days goodness. And yeah, I think that'll about do it. Go follow me over on Instagram. Same name as here, JohnRunner88. Got a lot of kind of behind the scenes pictures, and there's going to be shots of this at different angles, completing or maintaining the immersion like this, because I go like that and you can see my board game shelf and stuff. So check me out over there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye, guys.